out into California, in Lancaster, California, and I want you to come to Shekinah Worship Center. Pastor Joe and Melinda Sweet are the pastors there. We've been going there for 20-something years, and so it's going to be February, and it's going to be the 3rd, 4th, and the 5th. And I'm telling you, you need to come to Lancaster. We're going to have a time. We're going to be doing a Friday night service, a Friday night miracle service. We're going to be praying for the sick. We're going to be letting the Spirit of God have His will and His way. And you'll love Pastor Joe's Sweet. And like I told you, I've been going there 20-something years, over 20-something years ministering there. Lancaster, California, Shekinah Worship Center, Pastor Joe and Melinda Sweet. And here we go. The Friday night service will be just a conference-style meeting, and we will be teaching about whom the Son sets free is free indeed. We're going to be talking about the sons of Issachar, those that had understanding of the times to know what the people of God should be committing themselves to. And then here's what the school's going to be about. You ready? That Friday night's going to be about the sons of Issachar having a comprehension understanding of the will of God and the ways of God, and having a precise perception concerning what God is calling us to do. There's a time, a season, a purpose for every activity of God under heaven, and that's what we'll be looking at and talking about. But the third, the school, oh boy, here's what we're going to be talking about. This is February the 4th here at Lancaster, California, Shekinah Worship Center, and it's going to be Saturday, and it'll be Saturday morning. We'll start at 9:30, and we're going to have a time. Here's the theme for the school. It's charting the course in changing, challenging times. And if anybody on earth needs to know the will and the ways of God, it's the saints of God. We're living in very confusing times, so many mixed messages and so much misdirection and all of that kind of stuff. We need to get our heads screwed on right and realize God's way is a highway, a straight way. He'll make crooked ways straight. He said, the voice of one in the wilderness crying, prepare ye the way of the Lord. Pull down the mountains, straighten out the valleys, make the crooked way straight, pick up the stumbling stones, because the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together, because the mouth of the Lord has declared it. I want you to be in this school. It's in Lancaster, California, Shekinah Worship Center. Just show up and you can get into the school. And that's going to be Saturday. And we're going to have a great time talking about charting the course in challenging, changing times. And we're going to talk about divine navigation, how that God will speak to you and say, this is the way, walk in it, and how He'll guide us with His Spirit. And I'm telling you that we desperately need it. And then the following Sunday, we're going to be having a miracle time, a wonderful time, sharing about the goodness of God. And the Bible said, let the high praises of God be upon your lips. You'll love the praise time. It is awesome and mighty stimulating. And so don't miss it. Lancaster, California, you'll find it up near Palmdale, and we're going to have a great time. It's not far from the Mojave Desert. We're going to have a great, great, great time, and I don't want you to miss it. And so that's going to be February the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The 3rd is the Friday night service, and then Saturday the 4th, and then Sunday is their worship service, and we'll be doing the meeting and the message, and it's going to be a great time. Oh, listen, you'll love getting around the people of God and the Spirit of God. So don't miss it if you can. We're going to have a good time. I told you now we're having several schools up and down the nation, and then if you miss that one, come to this one. This is going to be down in Ogden, Utah. Out in Ogden, Utah, I should say. Out in Ogden, Utah, and it's going to be February the 10th at God's Place. Oh, Shannon and Nancy Schreier, they're wonderful friends. We've known them for years. They listen. We'll have a time out there, and it's going to be at God's Place in Ogden, Utah. And we'll be there the 10th, that's a Friday night, and then we'll do a school the 11th. And we're talking about Master's Plan Divine Design, and that's what we're going to talk about. We were chosen in eternity past to live in the present, to form the future. And that's really, really important. So this is a meeting we're going to be doing. You'll see it on our webpage there. Look at events, and we'll find out the Friday night service. That's at Ogden, Utah, God's Place, February the 10th, and then the school is the February the 11th, and it's talking about, I've got to get it down, February the 11th. And I want you to be there because we're going to talk about God's mighty, awesome ways of directing us and guiding us and stimulating us. And we're going to be talking about being anointed with God and following God's master plan, His divine design. That's what we're going to be talking about. Following God's plan, His master plan and His divine design. And God's got a purpose and a plan for every one of us. And none of God's plans for us are worthless. They're valuable. Doing the things of God, nothing is more important than following the Lamb wherever He leads. So I hope you'll come to these schools. Look on our webpage. It'll show you where we're going to be. We'll be in there in Palmdale. We'll be over there in Ogden, Utah. And we'll be here and there. Going to have a glorious time, though. Don't get where you don't enjoy God. Get around God. Get around God's people and have a good time. Just let her rip. Because, listen, worship Him with all your heart. And I want us to get into a place where we go, I don't care what people think. I am getting into the presence of God, and I'm letting the presence of God get into me. Oh, He'll turn. His presence changes everything. In His presence is fullness of joy. At His right hand are pleasures forevermore. So God bless you. God bless your family. Thank you for watching Bobby's Briefings. If you can, sign up when you give a comment there. Sign up where you're watching from and share Bobby's Briefings with your friends. We have our YouTube channel. It's the Bobby Conner official YouTube channel. There's a lot of messages there that you can tune into and watch. And then on the webpage we have events, and then we've got archives of different things that we've written and different kind of reports and things. So anything that's out there, look into it and get all the help you can get, because listen, we're living in perilous times, but we're living in times that we can advance the King in His kingdom. God bless you and God bless your family. Thank you again for watching Bobby's Briefings.